Back in July, the Le Mars Community Theater was right in the middle of rehearsals for its latest production when the ceiling over the stage collapsed. Thankfully, no one was there at the time, so nobody was hurt. Since then, the theater has worked to clean up the damage and make repairs to bring the theater back to life. KTIV's Taylor Deckard has more on the progress and when they plan to put on the next show.
Come on in.
Le Mars Community Theater was in rehearsals for its third show of the 56th season, Blythe Spirit, in July when the season took a turn for the worse.
Oh, there had been rehearsal here on a Friday night, and we walked in here on Saturday morning. We were super shocked to walk in and just see the whole ceiling laying on the floor.
This building is over 100 years old. The Postal Playhouse is named after its former purpose, the Le Mars Post Office, and has been standing in the community since 1914. In 1977, the theater took over the space home to Live Theater up until July 5th when the ceiling caved in.
That whole half of the ceiling collapsed. Probably age. Again, 114 years. That's a long time for that plaster to be up there. So. Yeah.
Now the theater is on to the next step since the ceiling was reconstructed: cleanup.
All the seats have to go back in. All of our stage lights need to be secured back up into the ceiling in place. Some of them were damaged in the collapse and had to be replaced. We had a couple of projectors also fell to the floor.
The building is owned by the city of Le Mars, but is run by a group of volunteers and a board of directors, ready for the shows to resume with the final 2 shows from the 56th season.
While the community has been anxiously awaiting on the edge of their seats, the theater says that there is a tentative rescheduled date for early 2026.
We have hope things are coming back.
In Le Mars, Taylor Deckard, KTIV News 4.
This Friday, November 14th, the community is invited to a fundraising event. It's called A Night of Improv. The money raised will pay for lighting and sound equipment damaged in that ceiling collapse. Tickets are $25. It's at the Knights of Columbus Hall at 120 First Avenue Northeast in Le Mars. It starts with a social at 6:30, followed by the show at 7:30. You can learn more about the fundraiser inside the story at KTIV.com.